Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for being so consistent. In today's video, we're here with Mr. Kamara, the owner of Tamma TV, and the man who started this initiative to appreciate the Liberian culture through the heritage and cultural competition in Liberia. And this is the fifth week of the competition. And maybe when you're seeing this video, the program will end already. Yeah. But at least you're going to know and you're gonna understand why he started something this amazing. So hello, Mr. Kamara, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for coming and thanks for the interest.
Hey, I mean, who wouldn't be interested in something this amazing that is all about promoting Liberian culture?
Yeah,
Okay.
indeed. We, 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 we ourselves are very, very excited about this project. And we hope tomorrow, grand final, the best team will come out as winner. And currently, we have five teams waiting after elimination process that saw Grand Cru, Margibi, Grand Jide, and all the other countries falling apart one by one. Now we have the finals with Montserrat, Bong, Cape Mount, Sano, and Lofa. So tomorrow is going to be very, very tense.
My Grand Cru is us.
Yeah. Grand Cru got out in the second week, I think. Yeah.
Oh, you
Already.
didn't have to rub it in like that.
No,
No,
I'm
we'll
sorry.
do better next
Yeah.
time. Is this gonna be a yearly event?
Yeah, so in fact, this year we actually started late last year, so this is why we are still in a village up to now.
Okay.
So the next project is starting in April. We'll start we'll start the auditioning, so we can actually do the project in October or November of this year.
Okay,
So we want to do a little bit earlier. Yeah.
I see myself participating in
So pretty much we started this whole idea about 4 or 5 years back, and gradually planning, making sure we could do it right. It has been difficult and very, very expensive. Over $200,000 has been invested in this project, and additionally, the grand price of $40,000,
40,000.
really that's 6 million Liberian dollars. So we think it is worth the effort. And now my personal objective was to bring back the good old memories and to put Liberia's culture as number one again. Liberia used to be really, really top in terms of exhibiting and demonstrating our culture in all sort of performances back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I recall in the 80s when I was much younger, people used to come from afar to come and see big theater acts of Liberian displaying, like the cultural ambassador, national culture troupe, and the ballet africain at the time used to be highly competitive. So those things were kind of going back in memory, and I had to find some sort of way to revive it. And another thing is, most of our young people, I have some of my children abroad. Sometimes they ask me about our culture. Some things I don't know. It's a little bit embarrassing. So we wanted to bring those things back. And some of another objective is to show to the world that we have unique cultures. We have 15 counties, and the funny thing is there are more things that unites us than that divides us. It's so strange. Yeah, and it is really strange. Yesterday I saw them doing performances, Lofa County doing Bon County thing, Bon County doing Sando thing. It was really, really interesting to see the food that we have. I'm even confused whether the swallowing of Dumbo and Fufu, who really owns it, because there's a lot of discussion on it. And there are
some people get the Dumbo, the people from Nimba, the GB.
Yeah, who got the Fufu?
So
that's what I'm saying. So there are certain things that is clear. Basanyama, Toboki is really, really clear. Palm butter, there info of Maryland, Grand Cru, Sano, but also Grand Jide. Palm butter is River G, another palm butter county. So if you see all of those things, then it's like, hey, we got a lot of things that we have in common. Then we really have to divide us. Sadly, politics is a big
Yeah, and
thing and that
people,
divide all of us in
yeah,
this
and in
country.
Liberia, people mainly focus on the things that we don't have in common
Yeah,
more than the things that we have in
yeah,
common.
exactly.
And then it's really hard to see Liberian culture beyond this on display.
Yeah,
I visited Lofa recently
yeah.
to visit the Lomagiti
Oh,
festival
okay, cool.
that was hosted by Jojo,
Yeah,
in
she's
the
the host
concert
of
by
our show.
Jojo.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I went there and I saw people dancing. I saw people doing other cultural activities, and I was like, "This is Liberia, and
Yeah.
this is just one sector. This is just one county,
Mm-hmm.
and we have 15.
15.
And every day people are saying Liberians don't have a culture.
Yeah,
Liberians are borrowing culture from from other countries,
yeah.
But I think it's like that because we don't showcase what we have.
Mm-hmm.
But others, Ghanaians, Nigerians,
Oh, yeah, they're
they
so
showcase what
proud.
they
They're
have.
so
That is why
proud.
we all know their cultural activities.
Mm-hmm.
People even travel to visit and you know see
Yeah,
them
no,
doing their
but Apple
cultural
go back Kente and other.
kente,
Well, we got our
agele.
African. We
Oh,
got
about African cloth.
the Liberian cloth. The shirts
Yes,
and
I
things like
even
that.
met the guys in Effie there.
Yeah,
They were fixing
I saw
the
your video.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
And then you can start a Liberian country club with so many designs.
Yes.
See people using kente, agele, and all those stuff to get married, traditional wedding in Liberia.
Yeah, they
When you
should
have the
use our
country
own
club,
cell phone. Yeah, that's
like
true. So those are things very happy as a young person. Like yourself, you're so excited about it. And this is what we want this next
I hope the
season.
lapa like omina kana lapa.
No, 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 no. We're accepted in the village. So I'm hoping that most young people this coming season will be part of this. I hope they will sign up so they can learn a little bit. Like some of the contestants, they knew zero. Some of them had not been to their own country, and I forced them to go and visit for a weekend. They came back and they started learning. We had somebody hired to train them. If you see those girls and boys performing, and they told you they started this thing just 2, 3 months ago, you will not believe it.
And I didn't participate because I don't know how to speak Kru.
No, that's the whole thing. In fact, we're not doing really tribal things. We're doing country things. So because it's on TV, everybody must speak English, so people can understand things from different countries. So you could have taken part.
Yeah, I'm missing on 40K.
I know, right?
So speaking of the 40K and the 200,000 that you mentioned, so
Mhm.
before we get to the 40K and how it's going to be shared between how it's going to be shared within the county that's going to win it,
Mhm.
let us talk about the 200,000. So would you consider that as a major loss, or have you gotten the returns, or do you think that in the coming years you'll get the returns of the 200,000?
Well, I have no regrets for the investment. I think we'll eventually reap the investment back, but I'm not really like seeing it as a loss. I feel so fulfilled when I see the activities that are going on, the contestants. I don't know, for some reason I get so involved.
Happy.
I really really happy, and that I'm changing. I've actually changed a lot of people's lives, and without me actually having that as the ultimate plan. Some of the children here that didn't know about their culture, they have been here for 5 weeks. They are so much into their culture. They are saying things and doing things, and then they've been doing traditional weddings. They've been married, intermarriages in county. Lofa County married the other people, Cape marrying the other people, Monserrato. So those are the settlers. You see how they dress up in the village. The settlers, they were the chief for the first week. They were applying the same way the slave masters were using them in the plantations.
Yeah, authoritative.
Yeah, very
Method.
authoritative, and they did that for 1 week, and they were removed from power. And Cape Mount came as chief. They started training the people how to pray Islamically. The Monserrato chief were training the people how to learn the Bible. You made it, and those were not scripted. Everything was just happening through the dynamics of living together, sharing food,
Things
and
are flowing.
things are flowing. We saw some small love activities here and there.
Spicy.
Yeah, and so there was a lot of things happening that kind of keep motivating me. And I said, well, it was very expensive. We may not necessarily spend the same 200K this season, but I think I'm very happy that we took this step to bring Liberia's culture back on the map. And interestingly, now the last 2 3 weeks, I've been getting numerous calls from America, from around the region, from Liberia. People are like, "Oh, you didn't tell us so, you know. Oh, why you didn't advertise this thing? Oh, they're so great." Somebody even offer their land for us to do the next event on the land. So
Oh, that was
the
that'll be interesting.
whole island, it's not like a piece of plot of land. The person got a whole island isolated. You can really make it a 100% village.
Oh,
When
that's interesting. I have to live in that village.
I know when we tell people that this thing is right here in Congo Town, a lot of people don't believe it
Yeah.
because the way we set it up.
Yeah, I thought it was like maybe something in Bomi or maybe rural
Yeah,
Monserrado and
yeah,
stuff like that. And I was just about to ask you before you talk about Liberian specials in diaspora.
yeah.
So speaking of Liberians in Liberia, because even me, I'm a Liberian in Liberia,
Mhm.
and I cannot say I have really seen much of the heritage show, like on blogs, on other social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? So would you say Liberians have been receptive?
Well, I think the first thing is we ourselves we could have done a lot more with publicity.
Marketing?
Yeah, we didn't do as much as we could have done, but also the concept is pretty new. So all of our material, people they just didn't understand it. They didn't know what it was, and people like you were thinking about tribal business, you know, oh you had to speak your tribe. No, that wasn't it. So those are some of the things that made the project a little bit slow from the start. And now suddenly, the last 2 weeks, a lot of people are calling, and people are really like, "Oh, this is great, man! Why you know?" So I think we could have done a little bit more. And yet, then now you are here. We had another 2 3 persons coming in the last time to promote and also to find out what we're doing here. So there you go. I think we will get there. This next edition will be starting in April with the auditioning. I think it will really, really help us to bring our culture back on the local and international map. And like you said, I want the next. But if people watch the program, when you see the weddings, the children put up their best clothes. And one time we deducted points from one county. They are out now. River G.
Mm.
They were doing wedding, and she went and tied the hair tie like the Nigerian people. You know that thing. I mean, the oracle was so angry.
Oracle. Yes.
He sent lightning in the village. Oh yeah, straight.
Oracle is dramatic.
Oh yeah, he can't blow the guy.
So
He
that
can't
chief
blow,
priest or that chief priestess can,
do the wedding. You mean?
yes.
Okay, so the weddings they decide how
Oh,
to do
right, I
it.
got it wrong. So the oracle of the gods. So the oracle can serve as the chief priest. The oracle can serve
No,
as
the
the
oracle
priestess.
is not. It's unseen by them. It's invisible to them. They
Oh,
only
okay.
hear a voice. They can have private meetings with the oracle. They can have confession. They can express their feelings. They can
Almost like be bribey. They
God
bribe you.
forbid.
No, I'm talking about like the way they bribe you. You don't see the bribing
Ah,
or the
okay,
bribing
yeah, yeah.
talking.
Well, that's
He
the
said, "God
concept.
forbid."
Yeah, yeah. There's a completely different concept.
Yes,
Even
it's
though there
different.
is
I
a
was just talking
reality
about
show, but
the
we
talking.
we
Yeah,
try to keep it
at a certain
as
standard.
yeah, indeed.
And
So
for those of you who want to know what is going on right here, the people showcasing Liberian culture, they're also falling in love while doing it. They're learning new things, things that they're going to leave the show and then they're going to help others to learn. And
exactly,
then those people will be able to take it to others and just it's just going around in that cycle.
exactly.
So right now, Mr. Kamara is gonna take us to the village and hopefully we'll get to talk to some of the
Villages.
contestants.
Yeah,
The villagers,
yeah,
yeah, we gotta use the terminology.
yeah.
So when I enter down there, am I supposed to speak a certain way?
Now you can talk to them anyway. They will tell you what to do. My power ends at the gate.
When we
Uh,
enter in the village, you can leave
there's a
your
town
shoes
chief.
outside.
I think maybe you might be allowed, but in a zoo bush, I'll ask the oracle if you can have a chat with him.
I hope the
And
oracle will favor me.
he you can't see him or her, but you can have a conversation and you can uh, maybe he will ask you some questions and you can ask him some questions.
Okay.
Yeah, and that'll be interesting. But you cannot wear shoes in the oracle's zoo bush.
Never.
Okay.
No disrespect to
Yeah.
the oracle.
So when we enter, I'll introduce you to the chief, and then you can do your interview with whoever you see around,
Okay.
and then maybe the chief will carry you around the village.
Okay. So before we enter the village, thank you all so much for watching this interview with Mr. Kamara. The next video is going to focus completely on the village. So thank you all so much. It's Tamma TV online, on Instagram,
On
on Facebook.
Facebook, YouTube,
I'm going to leave a
and on
link
Satcom,
on Satcom. So I'm Satcom
channel 2 and 3.
channel 2 and 3. So I'm going to leave a link to their social media platforms in the description box. And you can just reach out if you would like to be part of those who are supporting. You know, somebody already offering their island, or maybe you get some gonna maybe you get some gonna zoo
But I missed an opportunity. So you still need to vote, or you said it'll be out late.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
So the voting is now on, and people will be voting for the county for them to win.
yeah.
Wanna
So
see the
maybe we'll
video?
just do a short,
Mhm.
and then that is something that can be posted today.
Yeah.
And then
So they can
the
vote
whole
through
video
eWally, and they can call the agents tomorrow here at the place here. We'll be having the final event. You're welcome. So
I'm welcome.
of course, we have VVIP ticket for you.
Maybe Mr. Kamara give me the VVIP ticket and do a whole video.
Okay.
So thank you all so much for watching this video.